you could really infiltrate. And what you saw, not just in 2016, when Democratic Party insiders admitted to the primary being rigged, people like Donna Brazile and even Elizabeth Warren coming out and admitting that the DNC, in its own legal briefing, admitted that it did not feel like it needed to be impartial in its own primary process, right? And then in 2020, to have that confirmed when you saw a different strategy employed, wherein all of the other centrist candidates who were not able to singularly beat Bernie in terms of voter share dropped out in tandem so that there could be a centrist coalescing against him after he'd proven to be quite successful in the first 3 or 4 primary states. So yes, I am very skeptical about that, and that is why I am really supportive of third-party efforts. And the reason is this. People focus in politics too much on whether someone is a good person or a bad person, a nice guy or bad guy. My critique of Trump, liberals will encourage you to critique Trump on the basis that he is crude or uncouth or, mean and throwing toilet paper or paper towels at hurricane victims and, those kinds of vibe-based characteristics, interpersonal characteristics. And I'm supposed to like Joe Biden because you're right. And Joe Biden's supposed to be a nice guy who likes ice cream and loves his family and the Pope, and that's supposed to mean something to me. None of it means anything at all to me. What I look at when I am looking to support a candidate, to the extent that I'm still invested in electoral politics, is whether they take money from corporate interest. It is not an accident that Joe Biden won when he took more money from the pharmaceutical companies than anybody else in the Democratic primary. It's not an accident that Joe Biden won and then immediately appointed as a senior advisor, Steve Ricchetti, a former pharmaceutical lobbyist, and appointed as a Secretary of Defense, former head of Raytheon. Like, these are not accidents. This is pay for play. And Joe Biden, in a weirdly candid moment, potentially a senior moment, admitted as much at some point on the campaign trail that, when you pay, you go to the front of the line. He said, it doesn't mean that I'm going to do whatever you want me to do, but of course you get access to the front of the line. And that's what politics is. And if we want to have any hope of getting all of the things addressed that Americans prioritize, whether it's healthcare or a living wage or stronger labor protections or shrinking military budgets and less military interventionism, you have to have candidates that aren't taking money from those interest groups, point blank, period.
Yeah, that's right. In a way, it's the only question that matters, because if you can answer that question,